From a new tax proposal to a lobbyist who is only 8 years old, it was a busy past week in Olympia. King 5's Drew Mickelson is at the Capitol with some of the highlights and a look ahead at what laws could be changing. So, Drew, let's start with this new tax idea.
Yeah, Christine, so the Democrats who are behind it are calling it a wealth tax, and they say it would only impact those who have more than $250 million in assets. So it wouldn't impact a lot of people, but still a lot of Republicans here are concerned about it. We also heard about a little progress on another hot topic, when police can chase after someone. Now, in 2021, new restrictions were put in place limiting the types of crimes that can result in pursuits. And police have complained that limiting them has led to an increase in crime. Now, a bill to roll back that law has bipartisan support in the House, but if it makes it to the Senate, it could be dead on arrival.
I think that everyone is sensitized to the danger that can be involved in pursuits. They're also super sensitized to what happens when people feel like they can behave with impunity and they can't be pursued.
I think that language is problematic because it takes us backwards to a time when we had innocent people dying because they just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. I think what I would be open to is actually, having our CJTC, Criminal Justice Training Commission, actually study from the perspective of what are best practices across the country.
So, Drew, we heard emotional testimony from a Bellevue mother whose son was killed in a hazing incident at Washington State University. What law is she hoping to get passed?
Well, the mother's name is Jolene Houts, and she's trying to get a law passed in her son's memory.
What is the message we send to those who haze when the consequences for hazing are so laughable?
In 2019, her son, Sam Martinez, a 19-year-old freshman at Washington State University, died from alcohol poisoning. Police said it was caused by a hazing incident at his fraternity. Hazing is currently a misdemeanor. She wants to make it a more serious crime, a gross misdemeanor. And in cases where there's substantial bodily harm, it would be a felony.
It's toxic. This culture, this history and tradition of hazing as a means of initiating somebody into a group. My daughter texted me this morning and said, Sam would be so proud, and I think that's right.
Drew, let's talk about what had to be the cutest moment of the week, the debut of 8-year-old Hugo in Olympia.
Yeah, Hugo is not only probably the cutest lobbyist we've ever seen, he also might be the most effective.
My name is Hugo.
Wait, but slow and then pause, remember?
My name is Hugo. I'm in 2nd grade.
We watched Hugo Esterhay, the 8-year-old, along with his mom, prepare for their big moment before members of the House of Representatives. Hugo has moderate hearing loss, and when he was diagnosed at age 3, the problems he had with speech and socializing went away, thanks to hearing aids, says his mom. But they cost his parents thousands of dollars, more than $15,000 over the past 5 years alone. Insurance companies are not required to pay for hearing aids, so a lot of families cannot afford them. Hugo and his mom are trying to make the state require insurers to offer those benefits. Here's Hugo's testimony.
My name is Hugo. I'm in 2nd grade. I really hope that you can pass this bill. It will help a lot of people. Hearing aids are not optional for us. We need them. I can't hear without my hearing aids. It makes me really sad to know that some kids can't have them. Thank you very much for your support and time.
Hugo was one of several young folks who testified about living with hearing loss and how this bill could help them. Christine?
I know, it was a great story that we all enjoyed. Finally, Drew, lawmakers are only getting started. What will you be covering in Olympia this week?
Yep, a couple more months to go. This coming week, we've heard that there will be some talk about this learning loss that you may have heard about. You may have experienced it in your own home. When kids were stuck at home because of COVID, they suffered. There was an amazing amount of learning loss, and so there are some bills to increase funding to help with tutoring. That's something we're expecting. Tomorrow afternoon, a Senate bill will be introduced requiring the state to pay for free breakfast and lunch for every public school student in the state, regardless of their income. That is an idea that the state superintendent supports, and it would cost the state about $86 million more every year. Christine?
Okay, thank you so much, Drew. We know that you're going to be following everything very closely, and to see all of Drew Mickelson's coverage this legislative session, text the word session to the number on your screen, 206-448-4545, and we'll send you a link.